Hello, my friends. Coach Jeremy Hirschkorn here. I want to get back into doing the daily Jett. It's almost been a year since I've done any, but it was really helping me just kind of get some of my ideas out, and I feel like it's a good practice to keep that going. So since I last did the daily Jett, I started doing mindset coaching. So working with people on the mental aspects of their fitness program, their movement practice, and how to just, kind of walk people through that and address some of the issues along with that, shifting mindsets along the way so that we create that intrinsic motivation to want to take care of our health. So that leads me right to the concept that we'll talk about today. I call this good or necessary. So a mindset shift away from looking at things as good or bad and looking at them as good or necessary. So what I mean by that is taking whatever situation you're in, whatever experience you've just had, and looking at it and saying, is this a good thing or a necessary thing? It removes the negatives away from if it's not necessarily good. So if you have an experience and it doesn't feel good, it implores us to look at it as a necessary thing. How is this necessary? What do I need to gain from this experience to move forward? So instead of having that emotional roller coaster of good and I feel good, bad and I feel bad, it's when it's good and we roll with it. And when it's not good, what am I going to learn from it? That allows us to move through that situation. So is it necessary? So examples can be all kinds of things. A good situation would be I wake up, I get up on time, I go do my workout, okay? A not good situation would be I wake up, I can't get myself to go do it, and I miss that workout. A lot of people will treat themselves harshly because they skipped, and that will be a bad situation. But I want to look at it and say, was this necessary for me to skip? If the answer is no, it wasn't necessary for me to skip, then I move forward with a plan of action to then get the next one. If it was necessary for me to skip, meaning there was an act of God that prevented me from going, or my body just needed that rest, or I wasn't mentally prepared, there's all of these different reasons, not necessarily excuses, but excuses falls into that, reasons why I maybe didn't get that done and I wanted to. So how was it necessary, right? And that allows us that kind of, that jump into, well, what's next? Rather than shame on me for missing, that was bad, I'm bad, and then it just turns into this roller coaster of bad and good and bad and good. And we tend to stay on those downswings too long. So is it good or is it necessary? Sometimes there's going to be things we don't really want to do, but they're going to be necessary to achieve the goal that I want. So it's maybe not necessarily, inherently good, and I'm stoked about it, but it's necessary to move me to the next piece. So just a mindset shift to look at things a little bit differently from a standpoint of good and necessary. Which one is it? I hope that helps. It helps me deal with some of the bad things that don't feel great, or that are tough, or I'm feeling down about how I'm acting or the things I'm choosing to do, whether it's parenting, relationship, or my physical fitness. It allows me to contemplate why those things happened and then create a plan of action to move forward. So I hope it can do the same for you. I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll tune in and I'll keep these daily Jetts coming. Babe.